Have you ever wondered why gambling feels so irresistible? Why? Even after losing, you still feel pulled back for just one more spin, one more bet, one more chance. It's not because you're weak or reckless or unlucky. It's because your brain has been rewired. Gambling taps into the very chemistry of your mind, into a powerful chemical called dopamine, the same chemical that fuels your motivation, your excitement, your drive. And once gambling takes hold of it, the game stops being about money. It becomes about survival, about chasing a feeling that your brain believes it needs to have. This isn't just psychology, it's science. And once you understand it, you'll see gambling in a way you never have before. You'll realize why it feels so addictive, why it's so hard to stop, and most importantly, how you can take your power back. In this audiobook, we're going to break down the truth about dopamine, what it is, how it works, how casinos and apps use it against you, and how you can reclaim it for yourself. By the end, you'll see clearly that the very thing that kept you trapped can also be the key to your freedom. So if you've ever felt stuck in the cycle of gambling, if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I stop? Why do I keep going back? Stay with me. The answers are here. And once you know them, you'll never see gambling the same way again. You probably felt it. That rush, that spark of excitement that shoots through your body the moment you place a bet, pull the lever, or see the wheel begin to spin. It feels electric, intoxicating, almost unstoppable. For a few seconds, nothing else matters. The noise of the world fades and all your focus, all your energy is wrapped up in that single moment. That feeling is dopamine at work. And dopamine is powerful. Dopamine is not just a chemical. It's the fuel that drives your desires, your motivation, and your anticipation. It's the brain's way of rewarding you for seeking something, for chasing after it, for pursuing what you think you want. When it comes to gambling, dopamine becomes a trap. Because every time you chase a win, every time you come close, every time you feel that suspense build up, dopamine is firing, telling your brain that this is worth chasing again. This is why gambling doesn't feel like just entertainment. It feels personal. It feels addictive. It feels alive. The problem is, gambling hijacks your brain's natural reward system. It tricks your dopamine into firing over and over, even when the outcome isn't in your favor. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is the anticipation, the possibility, the maybe. That's what dopamine thrives on, the potential reward, not the reward itself. And this is exactly why gambling is more addictive than almost anything else. Because it's unpredictable. Your brain is wired to respond strongest when rewards come randomly, not when they're guaranteed, not when they're predictable, but when they come sometimes unexpectedly, just enough to keep you hooked. Psychologists call this a variable reward system, and it is the same system used in slot machines, betting apps, casinos, even social media. It's the uncertainty that keeps you coming back. It's the uncertainty that keeps dopamine flowing. Here's the cruel part. Your brain doesn't care whether you're winning money or losing money. It cares about the chase. It cares about the possibility. Every time you experience a near miss, dopamine floods your system as if you were close to victory. But in reality, you weren't closer at all. The outcome was always random. Yet your brain reacts as if you just missed greatness, as if you're one step away from success. That's the illusion that keeps gamblers trapped. Think about how dangerous that is. You could lose 10 times in a row, but if the next bet feels like the one, dopamine will keep you chasing it. It makes you forget logic, forget mathematics, forget the reality that the odds are stacked against you. Because dopamine isn't about truth. It's about survival. It's about keeping you moving, keeping you pursuing, keeping you motivated, even when pursuit is destroying you. That's why gambling addiction is not a weakness. It's not because you're careless, stupid, or lazy. It's because your brain's most powerful survival system has been hacked. Gambling hijacks it, rewires it, and convinces you that the chase is worth everything. It's not your fault that you felt pulled in. It's not your fault that you kept going. The system was designed to make you feel that way. But here's where the power shifts. Once you understand dopamine, you can take control. You see, dopamine is not the enemy. It's not evil. It's the same chemical that pushes you to grow, to learn, to chase your dreams, to fall in love, to build a better life. The problem isn't dopamine itself. The problem is where you've been directing it. Gambling is not worthy of your dopamine. It doesn't deserve your motivation, your energy, your life force. That chemical belongs to your goals, your passions, your family, your future. Imagine this for a moment. The same fire you felt while chasing a win can be redirected into chasing real wins. Wins that build you, not break you. Wins that last, not disappear in a second. Every person who's felt the grip of gambling knows what it's like to be driven, obsessed, relentless. That's not weakness. That's strength. But it's strength that's been misused. Once you pull that strength away from the slot machine, away from the sports app, away from the casino, and place it into your life, nothing can stop you. The science of dopamine teaches us something profound, that the brain doesn't just crave outcomes, it craves progress. It craves a journey. It craves a pursuit. That's why gamblers can stay hooked for hours, because they're always chasing. But what if you chose a chase worth having? What if you chose to chase your health, your dreams, your relationships, your growth? The same dopamine that once chained you can now set you free. Every time you resist gambling, every time you walk away, every time you redirect that urge into something positive, your brain begins to rewire. It learns that progress can come from building, not destroying. That hope can come from creating, not losing. That motivation can come from real life, not illusions. This process takes time. It's not instant, but with every choice, with every act of discipline, with every small win in the real world, your brain rewrites the script. Think of your life right now. Think of the hours, the money, the energy you've given away to gambling. Think of how many times you thought you were close, thought you had control, thought you were winning, only to realize the game was always against you. That pain, that frustration, that emptiness, it's not the end of your story. It's the turning point. It's the moment where you take back your dopamine, take back your brain, take back your life. Because here's the truth. Gambling doesn't give you dopamine. You give it. You hand it over. You feed it with your attention, your hope, your belief. But you don't have to anymore. You can reclaim it. You can direct it. You can channel it into the life you actually want. A life where your wins are real. A life where your progress builds something lasting. A life where your energy lifts you up instead of dragging you down. So the next time that urge rises, the next time you feel that pull, stop and remember what's really happening. It's not magic. It's not fate. It's not luck. It's dopamine firing in your brain, begging you to chase. And in that moment, you hold the power. You can say no. You can let the wave pass. You can remind yourself that you've been here before, and every time you've chased, it's taken more from you. But every time you resisted, you've taken one step closer to freedom. Dopamine is not your enemy. It's your energy. And now, it's time to put it where it belongs. Into your health, into your goals, into your relationships, into your future, into building a life where you don't need gambling to feel alive, because you're alive fully, completely without it. Your brain is powerful, more powerful than any casino, any app, any slot machine, any trick. You have the ability to rewire it, to reset it, to reclaim it. And once you do, gambling loses. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but forever. Because when you choose where your dopamine goes, you choose your future. And that future is brighter than any jackpot, richer than any win, more satisfying than any illusion. That future is yours. Take it back. And now you understand the science of dopamine. You understand why gambling felt so addictive. Not because you were weak, but because your brain was being manipulated. The truth is, you were never broken. You were human. And gambling simply hijacked the very system designed to push you toward growth, achievement, and joy. But here's the good news. The same dopamine that kept you chasing losses can be reclaimed for your life. You can use it to build new habits, to create new goals, to fuel passions that actually give back instead of taking everything away. Exercise, learning, building relationships, working on your dreams. These things all release dopamine too. The difference is they don't destroy you. They make you stronger. So here's my suggestion. Take one small step today. Replace just one gambling urge with something positive. Go for a walk, call a friend, start a project you've been putting off. Celebrate that small action and let your brain relearn where true rewards come from. Over time, those small choices turn into a new life. A life where you're no longer slave to machines, apps, or casinos, but free to write your own future. Remember this, your brain is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. Gambling tried to hijack it, but you now have the knowledge to take back control. The science you've learned here isn't just information, it's a tool to help you break free, to rebuild, and to move forward with strength. If this audiobook has helped you, I invite you to stay connected with us. Subscribe to Bet Free for more powerful insights, motivation, and strategies to live a gambling-free life. Like this video if it inspired you, share it with someone who needs hope, and most importantly, apply what you've learned. Knowledge is power, but action is freedom. This is your time. This is your chance. You are not defined by your past bets, your past losses, or your past mistakes. You are defined by the choices you make today. And today, you have chosen freedom. Stay strong, stay free, and remember, the best win is not inside a casino. The best win is the life you create when you break free.